Real quickly, I think that there's some admirable traits about the children in these pictures. Football players have some admirable traits. Dedicated to being football players. They dedicate themselves to something. I don't agree with what they're dedicated with. I don't agree with their judgment. And I don't believe that they would grow up to support me and the ideas and the principles of pure morality, focused moral intensity that I stand for. Okay, at this point in the video, I'd like you to look at these pictures. They made it a pain in the ass for me to get a picture that represents the average kind of mass of people at Andrew Hill High School, around 17 years old, around the picture that I put of myself on the screen. So when you look at this, you see that the average person in high school, when I was in high school, was a bitch, was an unfocused sort of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory kind of groupie, kind of idiot, right? Kind of magic card, kind of hacky sack, kind of weirdo, okay? Kind of chess club weirdo, soccer team, baseball team. I mean, these guys are simple-minded people. Then there's goofy people, right? The class clown. You look at my picture, you see this kind of very serious form. Okay, this very focused eyes. This guy gets it. He sees the problem in society. He's focused on it. He's insisting on true love. He's pissed off. Okay, righteous indignation forging him, right? Moral forging. More like God, forged for God. Now compare it to the football team. They have this boar shape. They can take a hit. They can hit hard. But they can't hit effectively, right? Hit or miss. Miss is going to dodge them. Agility, maneuverability, and I'm going to strike them effectively, right? If they were facing me in combat, there's not 2 or 3 of them that would survive. I would outmaneuver 2 or 3 of them at the same time and stab them to death. They wouldn't be able to coordinate with each other. They wouldn't be able to coordinate their body. They would be outmaneuvered and killed, okay, by superior mental prowess, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Nobody my age back then was good enough for me. Nobody my age now would be good enough for me if I was their age. If you rewound the time, right? If they had existed during the period of time that I was in high school. The community bred the next generation of people that defy God, and a lot of them are bitches. This can't be overlooked. This is the breeding cycle. No bitch tree can bear non-bitch fruit. And they have the nerve to use their school symbol, their mascot, as a falcon. Isn't that something? This is a high school in South San Jose. Their mascot is the falcon, Horus' symbol. And the entire community shuns me. Every attractive female in that community. It's part Vietnamese, part Filipino, part Hispanic, few black people, white people. That community socially rejects me. And this is just one very obvious example of many why I'm right. Why they try to pretend that I'm crazy. Those unfocused, cartoon-faced, Bozo the Clown, Mickey Mouse-faced, out of touch with reality, shallow, yuppie, hacky sack, ping-pong type of ninnies. Foosball bitches. Think about it. Now, my intention isn't to insult these people so much as to highlight the fact that I am superior and what it actually means. They are saying this guy who is the most superior man on the planet, the most superior person, is mentally ill, and we have to cause him cognitive and neurological impairment and damage. Because there's something wrong with him. And not the masses of these goofy weirdos. These Greco Roman orgy cult controlled weirdos who have been bred like dogs to be bitch. That is the intention of the breeders. Think about it. You think 20 years later, magically they are superior and I'm the one out of touch? Or 20 years of martial arts later, I am far beyond them when we consider that people have taken themselves beneath the consciousness of a 10-year-old child that was raised right. We know this by mating and sexual behavior. You have to avoid the idea of who has superior natural worth to breed with somebody inferior and to shun he who is superior. You have to ignore ideas like give me liberty in its true form or give me death, which is freedom from an oppressive social structure, social order, and government. You have to ignore these ideas. Ideas that a 10-year-old child who is raised right is conscious of, you have to make yourself less than conscious of, less than fully aware of. Think about it. They have internalized bitch for years. They weren't good enough for me back then. How much more now? Think about it.